I think it's everything I need. Hello everyone, the Pokemon Fan 1993 here, back from our Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke Randomized. So in the description of this video, you can see my rules my custom rules I made for this. I made another set of rules. I also have the rules themselves right here on my phone. So in case I somehow forget that I still don't have them, then I have them clearly. So there is that. No, I don't care about your damn game. You know, I don't mind, like, apps that give you this shit, but they really got to, make some that are, like ads that just kind of, like, don't show up at the last possible second. Okay, so those that don't know what Nuzlocke Randomized is essentially, the game is a Nuzlocke, and everything is randomized, so down to, the abilities and the attacks and everything, they're all randomized. The one thing that I did change is I changed a few things from my regular Nuzlocke. This is just so hopefully I can actually beat one, because in case you guys have never watched my channel ever, every Nuzlocke Randomized I've done, I've never beaten. It's either been thrown to the wayside or I've just straight up lost it. So, we have a bunch of stuff that we can do, but essentially, we already got our starter was Espeon. I caught Quagsire on Route 2. There's a Kakuna and Ponyta on Route 1 and 22 that I can catch. But according to my rules, which I have to pull up again because I keep forgetting how I actually worded them. So, for how the routes work is that I can redo a thing until how did I word that again? It was I haven't done this in a while, so my memory's like not that great. So I get one re-counter for everything. If I now knock out the Pokemon I encounter that I met on a route twice, or if I caught it, it means that I can't get it again. And if I knock it out twice, which means if I knock it out, it means that I don't get a, I don't get it. But any Pokemon I encounter, if I decide to run away from it, or if I decide to run away from it without catching it or killing it, it means I can come back to get it later. But if I happen to knock it out the time after that, or I manage to catch it, then I can't catch that Pokemon anymore. So the Pokemon on this route was Ponyta. I think I'm going to come back later for that because I think I'm low on Pokeballs and I don't want to do that quite yet. Yeah, let's wait on that. I don't think we need Ponyta. And the other Pokemon was it was Kakuna. I don't think I need either of those Pokemon right now. Even though their moves are randomized and everything, I didn't fully randomize this game because I figured it would be kind of a problem to randomize the entire damn thing. Because then I'd have to go through a lot of different stuff. And plus, I do like randomizers and stuff. It's just that doing a full randomizer, it seems like you'd have to do so much in this game in order for you to keep up with that. So, I am going to put in the description right now, this is the app that I keep track of all my stuff on. This is to keep everyone updated on all the stuff that I'm going to do, my current updates. For example, I was supposed to stream yesterday, and I never got around to actually doing that. Oh, my chat is off. Hang on. Why is my chat like that? I think it's because I increased the thing of that. Let me try to see if I can fix that real quick. Chat. Yeah, it's because it was in a weird location. There we go. I also increased the size of the text, and now you can actually see on the stream the full link, which is obviously crazy helpful. So there is that. And of course, you can always check out my channel by clicking on the channel itself and just do that. So we have not gone beyond Route 2 yet. And I also gotta be very careful what I get because, actually, I changed my mind. I'm actually going to catch. What I'm going to end up doing is, because I think this is what causes a lot of problems for me, is I gotta find the Ponyta on this route first of all. I'm not going to save because that's a kind of bitch move. Alright, there's Ponyta. So, with Flubby, which is what I called Quagsire, Surfing will lower the opponent's health by 50% every single time, making it very good for capturing. Ironically, it has the other one called Hyper Fang. So I'm going to catch this Ponyta, and what I'm going to do is if I find a Pokemon that I don't think I need at the moment, I'm going to essentially just put it in my box in case my Pokemon die. I have a backup instead of filling my whole team of Pokemon I might not need. What was that? I'm going to catch this Ponyta, hopefully in the Pokeball. I think I put easier catching on, but maybe I didn't. So we're going to try to catch it again. Okay, we caught it. Ponyta. Okay. Just trying to think of a thing for it. Should I name it? Alright, we're doing this because I can't think of a good name for it right now. We're gonna name Penny the Ponyta because I'm not good with coming up names on the spot. So we're gonna have a look at Ponyta itself. We're gonna see probably it has Super Fang. Or Hyper Fang, that's a given. It might be, yeah, it's all it has. So Hyper Fang's a very powerful 80 base power, 90 accuracy move. Sandville, Observation, and Sandstorm, not really that good. Rash Nature, I'm not 100% sure what that nature does, but this could be a good Pokemon for later, so I think we're going to hold on to that. So right now I don't have the range, that's why I'm using my fast forward function to move around quicker, because obviously that's going to be a problem if I don't do that. And plus, if I need to catch a Pokemon later, if I have something like Ponyta in my party, it means that if my Pokemon are over-leveled, it means that I can essentially just take those Pokemon and I can help catch other Pokemon. I'm going to try to keep Super Fang on Flubby, is it Flubby or Flubber that I need to do? In order to help us catch stuff. So far, the only thing I have right now that for Held Item is the Silk Scarf, because the items are randomized too. And I actually had to give that to Phil, because that increases Phil's, the power of Phil's extreme speed. Now, Phil is a physical attacker. However, if you look on my stream below, the thing you can see that certain moves are special, some moves are physical. The only thing that sucks with this Espeon is it's meant to be a special attacker, but all the moves it has so far, which is normal and rock, are all physical. So, the only thing it's kind of upsided by its ability Rough Skin. So we're trying to find other moves that we can use in order to essentially teach it better stuff. I think I can get the item up here going through this. I can. This is a star piece. That can be sold for money, so that's pretty good. There's also a rival over here. I don't know if I want to fight him yet. Because I don't know... You know what? I'm gonna level up just a little bit here. I want to get Flubby to level 6. I don't know how bad this trainer battle is going to be. I got poisoned. That's not good. A Blaziken. Okay, that's interesting. Let's not fight that then. I'm already poisoned. Let's not push our luck. So those that don't know, who only play the new generation, you can see my screen freaking out a little bit. In the older generations, every time you would walk, your Pokemon loses 1 HP. Every time that flashes up. So I have 11 of those little flashes to go before Flubby faints. So obviously, I'm trying to get the Pokemon before Flubby faints. I think I'm going to make it. About with like 3 or 4 HP left. In later games, they have this, but they can get over the poisoning without fainting. But a Berlin was still only with 1 HP, which is not optimal for us. I don't know what my route is going to have on this route. And I probably shouldn't come here anyway, because I want to say that if you come here first, your rival actually has higher level Pokemon for some reason. And then if you go to a later encounter, he has lower level Pokemon, which I will admit makes no sense. But so here we can catch, I believe it's Kakuna I can catch here. I gotta get my phone on just so I don't have to keep checking my shit. I was going to close my own stream on my phone because I was doing it to check something. So I caught... So route 1 is Kakuna. Route 2 is Quagsire. So I already caught Quagsire, so I can't catch anything else here. So we're just going to move on. But in Viridian City and a couple other places, I can also catch Pokemon there. So that's interesting as well. Nothing interesting here. But in Viridian Forest, we can catch a Pokemon. We can also catch a Pokemon... I think next route is actually considered a different one anyway. So... my Pokemon are fully healed. I've got like 5 Pokeballs left. This should be fine. So we're gonna look over here and we're gonna see what we can encounter. And we encounter a Delcatty. Okay. So Flubby's gonna be our savior again, going Super Fang again. So I'm gonna bite him. Weather Ball. Okay. So Weather Ball is an interesting one because Weather Ball does base damage, but it changes type with depending on the weather. And normally it's just a normal move, but he has Spark and Weather Ball. Those are two pretty good moves. Spark is a special move, and Weather Ball is a physical move. So this is going to be a little difficult because Delcatty is very hard. It's going to be hard to catch because it's a second stage Pokemon. Or not. So is this a male or a female? I want to know if it's male or female. It's a female. So I'm actually going to name this Pokemon Daphne because it's just a reference to a cat, my first cat that I had. So I'm going to fit Daphne in here. Nope, I can fit Daphne in here. I forget this. Some games only have limited, a lot of games actually only have, is that how you spell Daphne? I named her Daphne because she was Daphne from Scooby-Doo, but that spelling does not look right. So I'm going to look up Daphne from Scooby-Doo. I'm going to make sure that I have the spelling right. Because spelling would definitely bug me. DHP. Wow. Alright, I got it right. So now we're going to take a look at Daphne. Quiet nature. Okay, that is not that good. Actually, might not be that bad. Quiet increases your special attack but lowers your speed. So that's okay, I guess. Wow. So we have Weather Ball, Smelling Salt, which are both physical moves. Ember is a special, and Spark is a special. So she actually has a pretty well-rounded moveset here. Actually, we managed to hit someone with Spark, and we managed to paralyze him, we can actually hit him with Smelling Salt to deal more damage, which is interesting. So we're going to move some moves around here so they're kind of like ranked from highest to lowest. Having a normal type, though, is probably a good thing. And Oblivious presents attractiveness. I think I'm going to use Daphne. I just got to go back to Pokemon Center first and heal her, and then we can come back somewhere and level her up and then use her. So I'm going to level her up to level 5. I don't think that'd be much of an issue. Maybe 6. Maybe get Flubby to 6 as well. I'm trying to remember if this is a good route for us to do this on. There's a Kakuna that we could possibly get. Maybe we should grab him if we can. Oh, I actually managed to paralyze it. So we're gonna catch this now. Since we're already down here and we have everything already set up as it is, we're gonna catch him as well. And that was rather easy, especially with it being paralyzed. So Kakuna is normally a Pokemon with just a lot of defense. So I think I have a thing set up too that I don't think they carry their moves over when they evolve, so Kakuna will evolve at some point. We're going to have a look at Kakuna now. Relaxed nature, avoid sub-base move, soundproof, and it has Stomp as the one move it has. So that's not too bad, I guess. If it keeps the same move when it evolves, it means that Beedrill will have a higher power move with Stomp. So we're going to heal one more time, and we're going to actually put Kakuna in our boxes for now. Whoops. Not withdraw deposit. And I forgot to give Kakuna a nickname, some bitch. Alright, we'll have to deal with that later. I'm not resetting my game just for that. We can change nicknames later anyway. Chances are I'm probably not going to use that Kakuna at all. But there's always a possibility that I might not have a choice. Alright, we got everything set up, so we're going to head to this route over here and we're going to level up a little bit. Just a little bit. Swampert. Interesting. What does this have? Safeguard. Ice Beam. I lost 8 HP off that one. Okay, yeah, I need to swap out now. Sky Uppercut. That's going to give us a lot of experience, though. They have to go to level 4. I'll be gain 45 and hit level 6. Maybe that route's a little dangerous with that Swampert being there, so we're going to avoid that Swampert. We're going back and heal again. I'm kind of glad I had the fast forward function on this, otherwise this would be a bit of a problem. Wait, wouldn't Daphne Snow Cell Weather Ball, maybe it's better to give her the Silk Scarf. Actually, nah, we're gonna just keep it the way it is. So we're gonna head back to the previous route instead. We're gonna train Daphne there to level 5 or 6. Kadabra, okay, that's not bad. Spark. Level 5. The Gagoon, that's interesting. The Gagoon again. Has the Mega Horn, that's interesting as well. I mean, definitely has the spikes for it, but I think we're to level 6. Alright, we're good now. So now we're gonna head back to the Radiant Forts. We already caught something at Radiant Forts, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm also going to be doing it through text and shit, so, what am I saying through text? I'm talking to my friend through text. I'm going to talk to him about maybe possibly doing something like this together. I'm still working out the finer details, but, essentially I'm going to try to get him to do, like, a kind of Nuzlocke with me, but make it, like, slightly different, make it, like, kind of like a two-player thing. Which is not going to be easy, but I think I found a way to do it. I just haven't worked out all the fine details yet. 1 heart scale. So I don't know how it works, but in Pokemon Platinum, you can use heart scales to relearn moves. I don't know if they work the same way here, but it might be helpful to get one later on. So now we're going to head to our first trainer battle in this area, I believe, which is not this guy, but there is another item here. We're going to grab that. Meowth. Can't escape. That was Outrage. That's interesting. Metal Powder. So Metal Powder, I think that just increases... I want to say it's a specific item for Ditto, which is not that good if it is. Yeah. So it's just a defense increase for Ditto, which we're probably never going to see. So that's not a really good item. So this guy normally has two Pokemon. He has Combustion, which could be a problem. It actually knows any fighting moves, and I'm not sure what the other one is. I'm going to go with Spark. Color change turns into what? Oh, it has color change, and it has Toxic. That's not good. The good is not taking any change to Electric type, right? I don't think I can use it to my advantage right now. I'm not crazy about that thing being poisonous, so we're going to swap. Was that Dizzy Punch? I think it was. Toxic again. Oh, that's not looking good again. The fact that he has Toxic, that makes it, like, really hard to do anything. I'll gain experience. I didn't even see what the Pokemon was. Pichu, okay, that should be fine. Ancient Power, I think that was Light Screen or something like that. That might have been Conversion, too, because he was not effective against it at that time. Pansy, by the way. Oh, yeah, I forgot I did that, too. I actually ran my nickname, so that book catcher's name was Pansy. So I don't think I bought any antidotes. I probably should have. I did not buy any, and I have only 1 potion. So we're going to heal Flubber with a potion that we have. Luckily, we bought that star piece so we could sell that. So I have essentially 18 steps before one of my Pokemon dies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we have a small issue here. However, I'm going to try a trick that I learned a while ago. This shouldn't be that bad to do it this way, but essentially it happens every time you take a few steps. So if I save and reset... Damn it. My mouse is really weird sometimes. How do I... Is there a way to, like, immediately do that? Let's see. Reset is critical plus R. Okay. So now if we take a few steps, 2 steps I believe, we can actually bypass the poison. Yes, let me... So I do 1, 2, and then I save and do it again. Essentially I can get around the poison. Not something I really wanted to do, but it's a way to stop my Pokemon from dying. So we're going to do that. Luckily, the game does not take too long to load up. Neither does going through all the text. So it shouldn't be too bad. 1, 2. Okay, that does not work. I thought it did. So I guess it must be a later generation thing. So I paid for that. We lost Daphne. So we're down to 2 Pokemon again. So that's my own fault. I was not prepared for such a thing to have happen. So we're going to put Daphne in our dead box. I could revive her later with a max revive, one of my conditions. However, I don't think I'm going to. Daphne was alright, but unless I really need a Pokemon, that's not going to happen. So we're going to go to the Pokemon Center now. We're going to sell that star piece, and we're going to buy most of everything we're going to need for this account, for this Nuzlocke. So we're going to buy, like, let's see, hang on. We got $2,400. How much it would be if we sold the star piece? Wow. That's a lot of money. All right. So we're going to buy essentially 3 of everything. We're going to buy another 7 Pokeballs. We're actually going to buy 5 potions. Okay, I only bought 4 there. We're going to buy 3 antidotes and 3 paralyzed because we're going to save the rest of our money. So if I would have came here with a Northball knowing I thought I had an antidote already. Actually, there's supposed to be a few in Viridian Forest, but because of the randomizer, there is no antidotes in there unless they are already randomized from where they were before. So we're moving on again. So when Pokemon dies, I'm putting them in a separate box to show that they're actually gone. That Combustion and Toxic was not very good for anyone at all, and I was stupid enough, I wasn't smart enough to see that coming. That could have happened. So now we're going to fight this guy. This guy's name's Randomized too, so we're going to see what this guy's name is. Antoinette. That's interesting. Name Seadra. Okay, that's the thing Flubby should be able to take down, I would think. Sky Uppercut, Mach Punch, okay. We're using punch moves here. Critical hit. Spider Web. Oh, that's right. Now I can't get. Now Flubby can't get out of this battle. For some reason, I thought it was What's the other move called? Spider Web. Sticky Web. I thought it was the same one. I forgot Spider Web actually exists as a move. So Flubby grew to level 7. Didn't learn anything else. Well, level 8. Graveler. Okay, that's something I can most likely deal with. Types don't change, so. Okay, trace my Swift Swim. That's not a big thing. Graveler's gone. Flubby gained a bunch of experience. Hit level 9. Still don't think I can switch Flubby out because of this Spider Web, so I'm going to stay in. Murkrow. Can I swap out now? I can. Must have gone away because he fainted. Alright. I want to swap to Phil because Phil has rock moves. 2 of them to be precise. I think his Rock Slide's stronger. I gotta say by principle that Rock Slide is a lot stronger than Ancient Power, but it is, but it's less accurate. I don't know if I want to risk that. Plus, Murkrow doesn't have a lot of defense to begin with, so we're going over Ancient Power. Ancient Power also has a small chance to increase all your stats, so there is that. Cross Chop. Excuse me. Okay, so that's not bad. Cross Chop and the Rough Skin actually hurt Murkrow, so we're going to go for Extreme Speed. So, for those who don't know, Extreme Speed is probably one of the best normal moves in the game in terms of accuracy and everything. Because it always hits first no matter what, except for if a Pokemon uses Protect or anything that would deflect moves. Over to level 9. Antoinette was defeated. I ran out of Pokemon. 84 Pokédollars for winning. I think we're still fine. I think, yeah, Flubby didn't take that much flack from that. Which is clearly what we want. 1 Mago Berry. I think that's just a regular berry you can use to put stuff in. Also, I don't even know if I can hold. I do have a berry pouch already. Restores HP may cause confusion when health. So, what that means is that depending on what flavor the Pokemon likes, if the flavor that it likes, it won't confuse it. But if it is, if a Pokemon it doesn't like, it'll confuse the Pokemon that it's attached to when it heals it. All right, what's this guy's name? What catcher Max? Okay, that one's pretty simple. So we got Swablu. Actually, that's something that Flubby can take down very easily. Quick attack on Swablu. That's pretty vanilla. So we're gonna go for Super Fang here. Psychic Breath is not gonna do too much to it, but I can't kill it with just Super Fang. So we're gonna have to Wait a minute. Swablu not a... Oh, it's normal flying. That's right. I thought it was just flying. Aerodactyl. Interesting. So Sky Protect will do normal damage to it. No, wait a minute. That's not good. Neon Arm is a grass move, and that is 4 times effective against Flubby. We might be in a bit of a pickle here. Weather Ball, okay. I expected that to do more, to be honest with you. We're going to go Ancient Power. Rough Skin hurt him. Another Ancient Power, Nido Arm. I was thinking that... Wait. That's right, because Grass is a... Grass is a special move. That was normal if... I want to say your deck's a lot stronger than that, too. Then he should be able to do more damage to Phil with Nido Arm. Whatever. Flubby grew to level 10. Phil gained 172 itself. Bugcatcher Max was defeated. So I have a lot of options now. I could go back, or I could heal with potions. However, since I'm not getting much money right now, I'm going to actually... Let's not go in the grass. We're going to go... Damn it. I really hope I get the... I don't remember when I get the running, but I really hope it's soon, because I hate using the fast forward function, because sometimes I go in areas I don't mean to go into. I think... Did I already go up here and get the items that were up here? I think I did. So we're going to go back to the heal, because I'm worried about what's going on. This is going to be a common thing, by the way, going through this, is I'm going to be going back to the Pokemon Center a lot. If I can, obviously. But so far, nothing too crazy has happened. I think I have to put Phil back in front, because I think, yeah, Phil's low level. Like I said, one advantage to use a randomizer, it makes it a lot more interesting. Another advantage is that you'll fight a lot of second, third stage Pokemon if you had the randomizer set up a certain way, and that gives you more experience when you knock out a Pokemon. But it's helpful when some of your Pokemon are low level that you get. I could randomize levels too, but I don't think that's the smartest idea, especially when you can't control if you can't control a Pokemon are higher level than yours. So I think this is the last guy I battled, so we're gonna move on from that. No Pokemon in that encounter, which actually caused me. So we have a Dunsparce, an interesting one. So I don't think there's any reason for us to fight that Dunsparce. Dunsparce is one of the more interesting Pokemon in the entire series, I think. So we're gonna talk to this guy here, and this guy, he never really faces you. Another character named Max, that's weird. But if you don't, what is that? What would you call that? You don't talk to him, he doesn't actually see you. So, Hyper Fang. Hyper Fang is technically the strongest move I've got right now. So, Grass Whistle, but it missed. Might be able to Spin the Nose. I don't know Spinda's moveset. Missed again. Must have very good luck. We're going to go to Extreme Speed. That's going to put Spinda down. Bill gains 127. That gives him to level 10. Wiggly Tough. Actually, since there are no fairy types in this generation, I could swap back to Flubby and Sky Uppercut it, hopefully to just put it down. Trace my Swift Swim, that's fine. One shot, fantastic. 163 experience. I did not see what that Pokemon was. Okay, that works too. Toxic again, damn it. I'm not having good luck with Pokemon and knowing that move. Flubby grew to level 11. Flubby learned Stomp, okay, that's pretty good. Give them access to something else besides Sky Uppercut. So, I don't think there's much of the forest left, so I'm going to take a small risk here. I'm going to keep Phil up front because of... that was instinct. I didn't think too much on that, but I was going to go through the forest without using an antidote, but I don't think antidotes cost that much anyway, so I'm not worried about that. I definitely didn't need to do that, I don't think, but we're going to essentially just try to keep away from the Pokemon. We have like one more trainer to face, I think, which means I could have made it through the rest of the forest. I think with Flubby poisoned, he would have made it. And we have a Magos Berry on the ground here. Magos Berry does something. Open up the berry pouch. Okay, so it's just used for it's probably just something else in other games, but in this game it's just used for medicine and stuff. There's one more trainer here that we have to fight. And this guy is named Antonia again. He has a Jirachi. That's crazy. Okay, so no Ingrain. That's not going to help us whatsoever. However, thanks to Flubby, Twin Needle. So, Ingrain restores HP at the end of each turn, and Twin Needle could be a problem because it could poison me. But Sky Uppercut will do neutral damage to Jirachi. So it's basically a fight now. It's not working the way I wanted it to. Or to use a potion. I almost used the second one. Okay, Flubby got poisoned again. That poison's really getting to me. So that Jirachi definitely was a problem, because if I didn't have a fighting move or anything that would hurt it, that definitely would have been a problem. So now I'm not going to make it with Flubby poison, so now I'm going to heal him regardless. But I still have quite a bit of money left, so I can just buy a few more antidotes if I need to. So I guess it's not too bad. I don't think anyone here has anything interesting to say. No, didn't think so. So just tell me about evolution cancel. I think this, yeah, it's still route 2, so I can't get you anything here. I can't get you anything else until I leave Pewter City. So, we're going to heal. I'm going to talk to everybody here. I don't think there's anyone here that gives me anything important, but I'm going to talk to them anyway. That's just a thing. I think if you tell her the right thing, you get certain things. I don't think there's anything... Oh, my name is Tell. It must be the first time up here. So just tell me how to use the wireless feature that I can't really use. I might be able to use on this emulator, but some emulators just don't allow it. I'm not interested in doing that, so I don't think it's going to matter here. Alright. So I don't think there's anything here else that we can get. I think we have to beat the rest of the game or for anything for this to get anything here. But we're going to look real quick anyway. Alright. Is there anything else here we can do? I still have one antidote. I think I'm going to be fine until at least I beat Brock's gym. So this guy normally has rock Pokemon. Both him and the trainer that you played before, so we're going to see what they have this time. I bet this guy only has a Sandshrew normally, so we're going to see what he has this time. He has... Camper Joe, he has a... Alright. Sandstream. Wait. No. Does Flubby have it? No. Okay, so this is a slight problem. It's going to hurt both of us at the end of every turn. Superpower. Okay, that's okay because that lowers his attack and defense every time he uses it. And when he makes direct contact, he takes damage from the Rough Skin. Hyper Fang unfortunately missed. We're going to both get hit by the Sandstorm. Hyper Fang, that did a lot of damage. Okay, Mewtwo's dead. Phil, so I've encountered 2 legendaries in this thing already. Phil grew to level 11. Phil grew to level 12. Routes. Okay, that's something I think Flubby can now deal with now that he has Stomp. Oh, Flubby also takes no damage from the Sandstorm too, because I forgot that Flubby is indeed a ground type. Okay, Camper Joe was defeated. 220, I can get my antidote back now, so we're going to have to go back, because I want to make sure I'm full health with Brock. I prefer to go into this with 3 Pokemon, because I think he has 3 as well. But I got to deal with what I got to deal with, so... Let me move Flubby's moves around so its Stomp is higher to the top. Stomp is definitely a bit stronger than Super Fang is. And then we're going to... Oops, wrong button. That was a help menu you can bring up in this game that will help you with certain things. So, Rock Slide is stronger than Ancient Power. So we're going to put it above that. And that Train Speed, Hyper Fang, yeah. So hopefully Brock's Pokemon aren't crazy. But there's a possibility they could be. So there is that. So he has, I think he normally has a Geodude and an Onix. So we're gonna see. I think that's the way he's gonna have here as well. Well, that's the 2 Pokemon he. Okay, so he has 2. It's 2 versus 2. His name is Kim. So he has Zigzagoon. Go Hyper Fang. It missed. Mega. Oh, that's not good. Ruskit didn't hurt me, but I got to swap out. That's not good for him to fight against. I should have known I had Mega Horn too because I fought this earlier. Mega Kick as well. Skybercut will most likely one-shot the Zigzagoon. Yeah, we're good on that. Go and Flubby will gain 76 experience, and now he has Mantine. I'm not risking that. We're going to go for Stomp. Alright, this is not looking good already. The only thing I can really do here is heal and hope he misses that Hyper Hope at some point. Alright, he's not going to miss that Hyper Pump at all, so we're going to go Rock Slide. Why? You know, game's over. I'm really starting to hate this. Doing this every damn... It seems like I'm restarting this every stream. I'm going to put an attempt counter on this sumbitch. Okay, so the run's over, because I can't do anything else with this. So, I'm going to do what I did last time. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to... We're going to... What we're going to do is we're going to... Well, we're going to end the emulation. I'm going to have to essentially take the game again, and I'm going to have to randomize it again, because now I have to do it all again. So there goes that one more time. So, I have to remember where I put the ROM originally. Otherwise, I can't really do anything with it. Okay, the file's there. So now we're going to... You can't really see what I'm doing, but I think we went over this the last time. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm launching... hang on. Is it... I'm trying to remember which actual application it is for this. Okay. So what we're doing here is I'm deleting... There's two of them open now. I don't need two of them open. So what we're doing is we're deleting the ROM that we have and everything with it. So I can take the ROM that I had originally and randomize it again. So we have the randomizer here. We're going to open up the ROM, which is I know immediately where that is because I saw it earlier. And we're going to do what we did last time, which is essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomize the types. No, not randomize the types. No, not that. Unchange the... I'm not going to leave evolution unchanged. The star Pokemon will be random completely. The stat Pokemon are going to be random completely as well. As you're going to swap legendary, swap standards. We're going to... In-game trades are going to be unchanged. We'll go to moves and movesets. We're going to randomize all the moves completely. We're going to randomize everything. The trainers, Pokemon, what they have. We're going to randomize that. We're going to randomize the rival character starter throughout the game. No early Wonder Guard. Wild Pokemon are going to be random. No additional rule on that. We're going to TM HM, so we're going to keep that different. We're going to randomize the move tutor moves. Go to items. We're going to randomize the items. We're going to shuffle. We're going to random the special shops. We're going to randomize the pickup items, and we're going to go to Mystic Tutor. We're going to click up. I think we're going to turn off the fastest text. We don't need that anymore. Allows the running shoes indoors. We're going to give the national decks at start. We're also going to go back to we're going to randomize the trader names and class trainer names. And then we're going to essentially save this in one of my folders so we can come back to it later. And what this is going to do is it's going to make a randomizer. And then we can load the randomizer in the thing and we can continue. We're just going to have to use different, we're going to be using, obviously, different Pokemon. No. Done. And we're going to exit that out and we're going to load the new ROM into this. Go into my thing here. Did not save that? Are you kidding me? I didn't save any of that? Alright, apparently they didn't save any of that for some reason. Apparently I didn't hit the right buttons. So we're going to redo that again. For fuck's sake. Still not fully down with this, but okay, so we're going to Pokemon types, Pokemon based statistics, blah, blah, blah. Random. Unchanged the trades. Random completely on the movesets. Focal one are going to be random. Okay, starters for the game. Randomized trainer names and classes. No wonder early Wonder Guard. Well, Pokemon are random. TM HMs are going to be unchanged. Mooters are going to be random. Mooter compatibility. Team HM compatibility. Okay. Field items are random. Special shops are shuffled. Pickup items are random. Tweaks, we're going to give Pokemon to start running shoes indoors. Run without running shoes. Actually, that's a really good one. We don't need fast attacks on, and we're going to save that. And this time, we're going to make sure we save it to the right spot. Hang on a second. I'm going to rename it. Name it the right way, because apparently I can't name it correctly. I'm going to save it. And now, there it is. Now we have the GBA. We have the GBA file here that's correct. So now we should be able to close this, and now we should be able to open it up again. And this should be the correct one now. It's really hard to tell with this thing. Like, I have so much shit on my computer that sometimes it's hard to tell where certain things are. So now everything should be randomized again, and we should have a completely fresh save file. Yep. Alright, so if this is randomized like the way I want it to, this Pokemon he throw out should be random. It is. Alright, so the randomizer did work. The Fast Deck is not on anymore, so I have to set the settings the way I want them to. Use my name like normal. I'm probably going to do this several times, so I'm just going to name him Green. Now we're going to set the settings, the option settings to fastest text. We're going to move on. So now we should have we have running shoes without actually having running shoes. That's going to help us a bit. Now we can head outside of Pallet Town and then get stop at the presser and then get our first Pokemon, whatever the starter's going to be. Gonna go through all the text real quick. Yeah, okay. So now we can choose our first Pokemon. So we have Amistar. We have Girafarig. And we have Vaporeon. I'm gonna choose Vaporeon. Alright, so let's see how this is, how well this is gonna work. So what is he gonna grab now? So we're gonna name Vaporeon as... You know what? I think this is a weird thing to... But because she is a Mist Pokemon, or he's a Mist Pokemon, I'm gonna just name him Vape. B-A-P-E. Start. Okay. He's gonna take Draprig. So now we're gonna look at Vape's set here. Docile nature. Water Absorb is that random? Didn't I set up random abilities as well? Maybe I didn't. Odor Slip, Nature, Power, and Swift. Okay, those are all physical moves. That's not great. But it's better than some other things I've gotten. I'll be able to tell very early on if I forgot to randomize the abilities. So now we're going to fight. He's going to have Draprig, obviously. Nature Power is going to be an interesting one. Luster Purge. Okay. So that is a special move only known normally by Latios. So there is that. So Nature Power he's going to keep using Luster Purge over and over again. Alright, so I went over this last time, but if we lose the tutorial battle, which is the first battle we do, is that we don't count that as a loss, because that means I have to start the randomizer over from the beginning again. So we might have things randomized, but Nature Power will do things depending on the things. Since we're in a lab, it just did Swift. But Odor Sleuth is good to have, because that means we can hit ghost moves with normal moves, regardless. So now we have that, we're going to head over to this house here, and we're going to talk to his sister here. Oh, I gotta wait until after that. So now we're going to go grab Oak's parcel. So first one we encounter after we get the Pokeballs is going to be the first Pokemon we're going to catch, but I have no Pokeballs at the moment, so wherever we encounter first is not where we're going to catch. So we have Beautifly, we're going to run from that. We don't need to fight that right now. Bayonet. Something else we don't need to fight. We're going to talk to this guy here. Gives the potion. The potion is free. It is not changed. Then we're going to head to the Pokemart, and we're going to get the Oak's Parcel. And we go back now. We can go back and go get our Pokédex, a couple other items as well. So there is that. Bayonet again. Swampert, we saw him last time. Kind of when we get something else besides Swampert, though, because we don't need 2 water types. He's going to give us a parcel. He's also going to give us the Pokédex, 5 Pokeballs. He's going to tell us that he doesn't need us. He need our help. Don't give a shit about you right now. And then we're going to move on back to his sister's house, and he's going to give us a town map, which is obviously unchanged. There's a town map, and we're going to move on. So the first one we encounter here is the Pokemon we're gonna catch. So let's see what we find. I'm sure it's not gonna get a Pokemon all run through this. Okay, there we go. So there's Bayonet. So we're gonna catch Bayonet. Luckily, with Odor Sleuth, we can actually attack. We can actually hit it after we use the move. So let's see what this thing knows. Disable. Okay, that's not bad. But all it knows, it might be in a bit of trouble here. With Odor Sleuth, we can hit it with Swift, so that's good. Disable again. It might not be all it knows. If that's all it knows, I'm going to have to do some grinding with him. Her. Nope, it knows Blizzard. That's interesting. Didn't catch it. Broke free. Uh-oh. Okay, we caught the last ball. So we're just going to name it Doll, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not very creative. I'm glad it caught, though, because Blizzard's a very good move. I think we're both low on HP, though. No, Doll, our Vape still has quite a bit of HP left. Damn it. No, I don't want to deal with you right now. So we're going to look at Doll right now, and Doll... I don't think I randomized the abilities, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. That actually caused a few... Actually, that wasn't the huge problem. The huge problem was the randomizer itself, it was the moves that really got me, because that Hydro Pump Mantine really got me, because it wasn't expected to be that strong. Gentle Nature, Insomnia, / Disable Hypnosis, and Blizzard. That's kind of a crazy set, because it means I could I could do a lot of damage with some of these moves. So, we didn't go over this with Vape. But normal moves are did go over this. So it's got physical moves with him. We got one physical move, and Blizzard is so I got a physical and special moves with Bayonet. Its attack is higher than its special attack, but we should be able to get around that pretty easily. So now I'm debating on what I want to do here, because I could go to Route 22 and catch a Pokemon, but I have to spend all my money on Pokeballs. I don't know if I want to do that. So we're going to the Pokemon Mart regardless, but we're not going to pick up those things. We're going to pick up some antidotes, some paralyze heals, pick up 5 potions. Then we'll get $600. So we can buy a few Pokeballs, but not enough to catch anything, so we're just going to ignore the next few routes here for now. And we're going to level our Pokemon a bit. We're going to both Vape and Dull level 6, and we're going to move on. Swampert, Blizzard. I think that was Rock Blast. Dog has 6 experience, dog grew to level 4. Follow me. Okay, so that's move in normal in battles where double battles where it would force us to go after him directly, but unfortunately it doesn't really matter because we're not in a double battle and we have to attack him anyway. Dog grew to level 5. Beautifly. I don't have any Blizzard left. We're going for Slash. Beautifly's done. Dog grew to level 6. Isn't she a doll? Move Weight back in. Swift. Rock Blast. Rock Blast is actually kind of an issue because him using Rock Blast over and over is going to be a problem. So, we caught every Pokemon in every route so far, but if we encounter a Pokemon later in the route, we're going to catch the first Pokemon we see, which means I'm going to write that down. We're going to go by this guy. He's going to teach us about catching Pokemon. Give us Tech TV, which isn't really that great. We're going to go around here to grab this item, which is a Lepa Berry. So that restores 10 power points to a move when a Pokemon gets low on it, or I can use it as an item and heal power points of a Pokemon. That's not bad. Did I heal already? I did. So we're going to move on to the next route. So whatever Pokemon we find here is what we're going to catch next time we come through here and look for this. Ditto. Alright, that's interesting. But Ditto is also going to be interesting because Ditto doesn't have the moves it normally does. So normally it just knows Transform, but now it's going to know something else. It knows Karate Chop. I don't think I'll be able to catch it anyway, so we're just going to knock it out for things. So this is Route 2, so we're going to write down Route 2, Ditto. Ditto, Route. Somebody can spell route right. Dang it. Route 2. So now we're just going to Ampharos. That could be it knows Overheat. That's interesting. Was that Confuse Ray? It was. Alright, we're at the swap now because I'm confused. I'm worried about that. About Confuse Ray. Static. So the abilities aren't randomized. Vape did grow to level 6. So there is that. Dog grew to level 7. Alright, so we got the levels we need now, so we're going to head back to Pokemon Center. We're going to heal. Then we're going to head back. I had the Radiant Forest, and we're going to see what we can find there. First Pokemon encounter isn't that strong. I probably could try to catch it, but I'm not really sure if I can or not. Tentacruel. Okay. Blizzard on that as well. But I'm talking about experience. So, Radiant Forest is Tentacruel. Tentacruel. Radiant Forest. Alright, so we can come back and get those 2 later, but there's a thing with that, so I did make a mistake. We can't encounter them again, because if we do, then we have to kill them, and that means we can't catch them, so we have to watch out we don't encounter another tentacle. Of course, it's going to be a common mod. This is over. I can knock that out. Level 7. Alright, we still have no hell items in place, so that's a bit of a problem. There's an item up here we can get. Arbok with Intimidate. Aga Berry, I don't think that's that good of a berry either. Yeah, so it may cause confusion, so that's like the other one, you have to have a certain flavor, like a certain flavor for that to work. Toad, that's interesting. Try not to battle too much here because I need to get through the forest as well. Item over here. X special. Okay, that's it. That's could be useful in battle. Toad. Goodness, we're getting away from a lot of Pokemon, so we don't have to worry too much about the whole speed stat thing. At least not at the moment. Alright, so this guy, this is our first trainer we encountered, so his class should be... No, I guess not. Oh, he's a doctor. That's a Forento sent out to Murkrow. Swift. And no Shockwave. Yeah. Doll's gonna have to take this out. Okay, that was fine. 67 apiece. Rattata, that shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. Slash is probably my best move on Doll right now anyway, because its physical is a lot stronger than its special. Then to experience for Doll, Doll go to level 8. Doll's trying to learn Growth. I forget, is that only a special attack in this game? No, Growth's both. So we're actually going to get rid of Disable. We don't need Disable for this. Growth will be good for later, at least for now. Maybe I can pump up some power if I need to, and then throw a Blizzard or something to really send it home. So I'm worried about Vape, so we're going to use a potion on it. And then we're going to move on. Dr. Leo has an Onyx. Ironically, Vape can't do anything to it because Vape has no water moves. What was that? Was that Fire Spin? 81 experience apiece. Blissey. Okay, so physical moves are good because I can hit it pretty hard. That was Fury Swipes. What's Nature Power doing in this situation? Swift still, so that was Sludge Bomb. Okay. So no Icy Wind there too, and that was not good either, but at least we're surviving. Level 8. We're in Sweet Kiss. Okay, that's pretty good. Level 9. I forget Blissey gives a shit ton of experience. And Ditto. Which is going to know Karate Chop, because we already went over this. So it can't hurt us. The only thing that sucks about Ditto is if I catch it, it's only going to know Karate Chop because it's the only move it actually learns normally, so it doesn't learn any other moves. Any more number of moves, I mean. Alright, so we've done pretty good on this one so far, but Brock is where we got hammered anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is, to make sure we're alright, that man time is level 14, so I think during the next stream, or whatever, I'm going to level up Pokemon to at least that level. I can come back for other Pokemon later, I guess. Probably with better Pokeballs and stuff. But anyway, we had to restart our randomizer, but we're still pretty hanging in there. Hopefully we can get at least... You want to know what? If I can get at least 4 badges, I'll call this a win. Regardless if I lose after that. If we get 4 badges, I'll call it a win. Because I don't think we're going to beat the entire game like this, but we can give it an honest shot. So I think that's going to do it for this stream. I thank everyone for watching. This is Pokemon Fan 993 signing off. I'll see you guys